Welcome to the Great Awakening Ministry. I am Minister and Yogini Joanne Lee. And on this week's show, and back again, is the wonderful Marzcia Techau. Marzcia is a Master of Science in Biology, speaker, author, spiritual teacher, clairvoyant counsellor, medium, healer, Reiki master, and somatic experience practitioner, working with Peter Levine's somatic experience method. For the past 23 years, Marzcia has worked with a blend of scientific and spiritual understandings of life. Her new book, Your Soul, Your Life, A Guide to Healing and Self-Healing, will guide you through transforming and healing so that you may have better access to yourself, your resources, and your spiritual strengths and qualities. In this show, we discuss how to connect to your soul and spirit guides. What is the soul and how we can connect to it in our daily lives and strengthen this incredible relationship.
UK Health Radio, the station that makes you feel good.
Marzcia, here we are again, and I just want to say thank you for coming back on the Great Awakening show.
Oh, it's so marvelous to be back, and thank you very much for it's a very good subject, so I'm really happy that you have chosen that.
Yes, definitely. And what could be more important? How to contact your soul and spirit guides. You know, it's just so important at this time.
Yes.
And we're going to I've got all the questions, and we just, appreciate all of your divine wisdom on this amazing subject.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So let's get going. So the first one, basically, tell us what you believe. What is the soul, and how can we connect to the soul in our daily lives?
Yes, the quick one. Yes. No, but I see the soul as our divine part, because the soul is continue life after life, and it's an eternal being. So actually we are an eternal being. We are a part of an eternal being. And our soul has a lot of experiences with it. It's like every life creates new experiences, new skills, and you're getting better and better in what you deepen yourself into of skills or potentials or qualifications. So when you arrive on earth, you have a lot of those possibilities with you, and your soul is the key to use them, because the soul is like the memory, but also the toolbox somehow. And the soul is also coming with a lot of life force or life energy. Normally when you have a near-death experience, it's like people describe that the soul is disconnected, or that the mind is disconnected, or the consciousness is disconnected from the body and can observe the body. But when it's only a near-death experience, then the soul connects with the body again, and then there's life. And in that way, I also see the soul as a life force. So it's divine, it has a lot of capacity and potentials, and it's divine. What's not to like?
Exactly.
So in that point of view, it's very important to get this really the most authentic part of you integrated in your everyday life. Because when you're connected with your soul, you also have the possibility to be more connected with somehow the knowledge that you're born with, but also the direct contact to the divine, your intuition, sensing the inner path within you, and also following the path within your life. So there's a coherence between, your inner, your divine inner contact and your life. And in that way, your life gets more divine somehow, because your soul is touching ground and living a life on earth.
That's right.
To be connected with that part of you, helps you to be more guided by the spirit world, but also your own energy and your own potentials is more clear to yourself as well, and you can somehow express them and live them out in your life.
Yes. And I believe that, because we are in this world of duality, we come from the spiritual, heavenly world, the world of the oneness, and we come into this separation, the duality. Sorry. We come into this world of separation, duality. But I don't think we can totally be connected all the time, because, thinking and, we need our ego personality to live in this world, don't we? We could not, we could. So,
as I see, it's more like we actually have the connection all the time.
Yes, we do. We just don't realize it.
Changing our focus on something else.
Exactly. We get drawn into that thinking, into the temptation, into the Maya, into the
yes,
3D world.
yes, that's right. So actually, I think our purpose is to be so much in contact with our divine part as possible, because when we are that, we also connect with the divine, and we also spread the divine into our everyday life and into the world.
That's right.
So it's not like you're changing your personality or you're changing your life, your way of thinking somehow, because the difference is normally in this world we live according to our brain, what you think and our logic and stuff like that. And when we are connected with our soul, it's more like the brain is instead of the brain is the leading part of our thoughts, then the brain will try to express the divine instead. So it's like you're still connected, you're still thinking, you're still doing all the stuff that you normally do, but you just do it from another place within yourself.
Yes.
So in that way, if you train yourself or have a practice where you connect with your divine part or your soul, then you actually have much more possibility to use your brain in the best possible way, and use your emotions in the best possible way, and use your body in the best possible way. So actually it's more like we are taught that we are separated, but we are not.
No,
we are connected all the time. And what we actually have to do is to accept that, and then start to all the fragmental part of us, we have to get them to join ourselves again. And that could be trauma, it could be many different things, but actually we are connected all the time. Our soul's capacity to be connected with the divine and the living life.
Yes.
It's the part where we actually have the connection all the time.
That's right. And that's like harmony.
Yes, it is.
Having that peaceful harmony within, the balance of the two. Yeah.
Yes.
Because we are divine spiritual beings. We are divine human beings.
Yes, we are.
Having this life experience. But basically, we're a spiritual being inside a human body. So we have to have that balance between the two,
Yes.
and integrate them together.
Yeah, I think when we do that, we get the best out of everything. The best out of the divine and the best out of, tasting strawberries, feeling hugs, feeling love, it's, sensing the wind against your skin, all the lovely things that we actually can experience by having a physical body. So when we use the skills of our physical body to sense the surroundings and sense, this feeling that we also have ourselves. So it's like directing your sensory system to your soul. Then the sensory system will tell the body that it's safe or peaceful, or you can have full of energy and joy, because your soul have this. It has joy. It has a lot of surplus of emotional energy and a lot of surplus of mental energy and life force. So when your sensory system and your body starts to work together with the soul, then this is actually where your inner balance and your harmony starts to rise. And when you do that, it's like a positive feedback, feedback loop. When you start that movement, it's like it's getting better and better. because instead of fear and sensing, am I okay? Something wrong with me? Should I be afraid right now? Or very heavy thinking like low self-esteem or something like that. It's not a part of the soul. So when you mirror the soul, you also actually value what you come with and who you are and what you can contribute with in the world. And in that way, it's a very positive loop that you get into.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful. That's so true. And you're enhancing that. And so we are the soul consciousness, aren't we? We are the divine flame, the soul consciousness,
Yes.
the observer of our thoughts, feelings, words, and emotions. Yeah. And we can use them when we're in that place of the contact and the connection to the soul. We can use those thoughts, feelings, words, and action in our everyday lives in a more enhanced. We're heightening the vibration in a more advanced and a more better way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yes, right. Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful. And how are the soul, body, mind connected? And how can we strengthen this relationship? That is one of the most important things.
Yes, it is.
We can't have one without the other. We're holistic beings.
It's like our society has tried to tell us that we should have, one instead of all of them. But it also creates this disharmony within ourselves and in our society. So actually, when we start to link them or align them, the soul, the body, and the mind, then we will see that it's this coherence or oneness that starts to work in that way. And how we can strengthen that, it could be meditation. For me, I use the contact to the spirit world very much. So I combined meditation, healing work, and the spiritual contact because I know that my soul is connected with the divine all the time, and I know my sensory system is used to sense good environments or bad environments. So I can use my sensory system to connect with the soul or connect with the divine. And in that way, I strengthen the good feeling because the healing energy and the spirit world comes with a lot of love. So when I feel loved and I sense the presence of love, my body relaxes. And when my body relaxes, it opens up to get into a better contact with the divine or with my soul. And in that way, and when you're better in contact with your soul, then the body can relax even more because it feels stronger. Our soul comes with a lot of strength, of power. And when our body feel that, it's like, okay, I'm strong enough to be here. And that will actually change the way you think about yourself. Both feel about yourself emotionally and also think about yourself. So in this contact, you will start to change your thoughts and your emotions, and the body will also change. But it will change like the soul is the center and the other one will follow the soul. But you have to open up for the soul and a part of relaxation within yourself, body, mind, and spirit to enter, so the soul can enter even more, or you can move your mind or your consciousness, focus yourself within your soul instead of only the thoughts or the emotions or the
only
body.
The body. Yeah.
The soul is the only one that can cope with all parts of you at the same time. Your mind cannot cope with your body or your emotions, but the soul is like, it can carry it all. It's like it's some kind, a glue is the wrong word, but somehow the soul is, it can hold your emotions, it can hold your mind and your thoughts, and it definitely can work with your body. So the soul, because it's our greatest capacity, has the capacity to actually align the other parts.
That is so absolutely beautiful. And is it not true that, when we say my soul, but we are the soul. You see, this is where we have to get over the separation, this is where we have to learn about oneness, because there's only one supreme soul that we all have a part of within us. Yeah.
Yes.
And we
Yeah.
all living beings have that same soul consciousness. And when
Yes.
you realize that that's the oneness, But me and my soul, there is no me and my soul. I am
Yeah.
the soul
Yeah. And that's
operating this physical body,
yes.
operating my brain, operating my ego personality, operating my body.
Yeah.
That's what is operating all of it. So, and we
Yeah.
can use, our mind and our ego as a tool,
Yes.
with the soul in control.
Yeah. And that's what I find very, very important to actually tell people, that normally we have the control and the willpower is like a brain thing, but actually the soul has a lot of willpower, but it just works in another way.
Yes.
And it's
Subtle,
like,
in a subtle
it's
way.
not like a control thing, it's more like a coherence with everything.
Yes.
It's like, okay, the soul has the power to actually help you to strengthen your intuition, help you to solve mental problems that you are dealing with. It could be, should I do that and that, or feeling sad, or something like that, both emotional and mental thing. So when you're connected with your soul, it's more like being whole. It's like many people describe it as feeling home with themselves.
Yes.
And this being home is very important, because normally we have a lot of our focus out on the surroundings and other people, and what do they think, and interactions with relationships and everything like that. But when you're connected with your soul, it's like you're home, not only home within yourself, but also in your life and in the universe. So what I always look for in my students when I work with them, it's the feeling of being home,
Mm.
home within themselves, because then I know their soul have landed.
Yeah.
And if the soul have landed,
Mm.
then the soul can start to work on the physical realm, in the physical realm, and create divine work on earth. And that's actually what we're here to do.
Yeah.
So the feeling of being home,
Mm-mm.
belonging,
Peace.
that's some of the really interesting things that happens when the soul connects more with the body and your everyday life.
Beautiful. That was absolutely lovely. Being home, which is being in the harmony, isn't it? It's being in that
Yes,
balancing, peaceful place. And, that's the now. That's the
yes,
present divine moment.
it is.
That is the place of peace, and the place where all possibility and all, you know, things exist. Yeah. In this
Yeah,
moment.
it is. And it's also a feeling of being secure,
Yeah.
secure within yourself, secure in your life. You can have a lot of challenging things, and it could be, walking around in the traffic is, really scary and dangerous. But if you're feeling home and secure within yourself, your alarm system will not raise up to something really high. You can actually regulate yourself much better. So you will use your own energy much more balanced. Instead of going up in anger and fear or sadness, you will find a better balance. Of course, the harmony is there, but it's also possible to regulate yourself according to your inner being, or your feeling safe within yourself and in your life. And in that way, a lot of a lot of our energy goes, or we are drained when we are out of balance. So if we are not out of balance, we actually start to build up energy instead of tearing our energy down. So it's very interesting when you start to move your focus into the contact with your soul, and you accept that you are the soul.
Mm. Yes.
And when you think you're something else, you're actually disconnected.
That's right.
So when you think about yourself as you said earlier, me and my soul, you are disconnected.
That's
When you just accept you are the soul and the soul is you, it's like you are connected, you're home, and you're ready to work.
That's right. And it's that saying, isn't it? I am that I am.
Yes,
I am this, I am that I am. I am the soul consciousness within all living beings.
yes.
Yes, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. And How can we easily connect to the spirit world and to its many dimensions, the multi-dimensional realms?
Yeah. Again, it's easier when you're connected with your soul because your soul has that contact. So when I work with training when I work with myself or training my students, it's actually I start to help them to get in contact with the soul, because your soul is divine and always connected to the divine, and divine has the contact to all the dimensions.
Yes.
So in that way, the soul is like it's telepathic connected with all the dimensions. Because the souls, when we are between lives, when you read Michael Newton's books about, the soul journey or between lives, it's that dimension is what we are connected to all the time. Or I also call it like the dimension we come to when we have a near-death experience is like this peaceful place where we can connect with the spirit world. But we don't have to have a near-death experience. That we don't have to get into some kind of hypnosis or something like that. It's actually just to be with your soul, and then somehow open yourself for the contact with the spirit world.
Yes.
And then there could be different kinds of dimensions. It could be angels, it could be loved ones or ancestors, it could be guides, it could be creatures from the nature. There's so many possibilities. It could also be someone from other galaxies, depending on who you are, what. I see it more like our soul has a lot of journeys around in our life, not in our life, it's only have one there, but all the other lives.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So
yeah,
your
yeah.
soul could be like an adventure soul, visiting many different places, many different dimensions.
That's
So
right.
when you visited all those different dimensions, that means that your soul is connected with the dimension. So even though that you are a human now, with your soul is human, within its experiences and contacts, like relations, they are calibrated to other dimensions.
Our spirit guides, who are our relations, our passed on
Yeah,
loved ones.
yeah, past. If you have had lives on other planets or in other dimensions, then your soul have had that contact, that experiences, but it also have that like affinity to that dimension. So when I work with my students, I find out, okay, is this someone that normally is very well connected to angels because a part of their soul has that experiences of being in an angel being or something like that, very close to that. So they have very easily contact to the angel realm or dimension. Others have been humans for years and years. Many, many incarnations they have been humans. So they have really close connections to, loved ones and ancestors. And, it's like, it's normal for them, but angels, no, they will not really easily have that connection. So depending on what your soul have experienced in earlier lives, past lives, you could actually have some easiness to be in contact with some of the other dimensions as well.
Beautiful.
So to use the souls within your soul, this power or this contact or relationship, you can easily get in contact with the other dimensions. And also you can use the contact that to your body and sensory system. It's just like your sensory system can sense the presence of other beings. So when you stand in the line in a queue in the grocery store, you can easily find out if it's a man or female standing behind you, if it's a friendly soul or
the energy system would
friendly
tell you.
being. You
Yeah.
sense that. You have a very clear sensation about other people and who they are. So that's a part of your body sensory system, how to orientate in the environment in relationship to others, to be safe or not safe. and you use that skill of your body connected with the soul to be in contact with the spirit world. So it's actually not that difficult. It's just to be quiet.
Yes.
Your body should be relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this basic feeling of being safe
Yes.
is very important, because if you're not safe, your sensory system and your mind will interpret everything that you experience as dangerous.
Yes.
So
And
it's
it'll
good.
take you out of that place.
Yes. So it's so important. And that's why I work with what I call the pillar of light, because for me, it's like the dimension between lives, and it's connected with me all the time. Or if you sit down in a healing meditation, as we are going to, as I'm going to guide later on in this show, it's like this is the dimension where the divine can reach you, and you're connected with that. Actually, you're connected with it all the time, but you're not focusing on that connection. But when you sit down and have that focus, you open yourself for sensing that love. And when you sense that love, you also sense the divine. And in that contact, you have the direct contact to all the other dimensions that are seeking you, or you are seeking them. It's like
Beautiful.
it's like what you have within you will also come and visit you. So when you have, angel energy, then angel will have a very easily way to contact you. It's like, okay, you're just connected. Or if it's guide, it will be like that. Or if it's loved ones from the other side, they will be there. But so it's like it's not difficult. It's like our not only our birthright,
Yes.
but it's also our soul right.
Yes.
It's
And it,
who we
yeah,
are.
that's right. And that is so beautiful, because it's like the veil between the physical and the spiritual worlds becomes thin when you're
Yes.
in that alignment. It's like mind, body, soul alignment. Yeah. It becomes thin, and that's when you become like an antenna, the light, and your spirit guides can come in them, because you're calming your mind. It's not the monkey mind, and you can allow that divine intelligence and the spirit guides and all of them to come in to speak to you. It's the allowing, it's a surrendering, it's a letting go of the physical, of the ego, of letting go of the 3D and going within.
Yes, it's going within and going with up, I should say. And what I actually find amazing is that they are there all the time. They're
Yeah.
just waiting for you to take contact. So it's like, it's not like they are coming to you, it's like they are waiting for you to come to them. And you should not go up to them, you just open and they will be around you.
Yes.
Because they support you all the time, if you know it or not. They are, they are helping you, they are supporting you, they are trying to give small hints and direct you in the right
And
directions
they
all the time.
give you the numbers, the angel numbers, and the encouragement, and
Yes.
the feathers, and when you need that encouragement. And also, it's really important, if you don't believe in them, they can't assist you.
It's like of course they can assist you, but you will never notice them.
Yes,
And
that's what I mean.
because you don't notice them, you don't appreciate the contact. And because of that, the help is they're there, but it's limited.
Yes.
But when you open yourself for this contact,
And you
the
ask.
help is amounts. There's a lot of help there.
Yeah.
A lot of help to support you to be you.
Yeah.
Normally, when I talk about the guardian angel, it's like the guardian angel has said, I would help you to recognize yourself, remembering yourself, live out your soul within your everyday life on earth. I know when you come down to earth, you forget this, but we too, we have had this assignment with each other. I will help you. So to be connected with your guardian angel, for like feeling it just behind you, touching ground, surrounding you, will help you to actually sense who yourself are. Because when you're feeling safe and surrounded by your guardian angel, then when you relax, you will feel yourself when we are relaxed and safe, we have this openness within ourselves to ourselves.
Yeah.
And the self here is our soul. So the more secure you are, the more you're connected with your soul and yourself. So the spirit world really wants us to be who we are within our soul. Because when we live from that place, there are no difference. There are no separation. It's like a whole life. It's like the divine is within everything: the trees, the animals, the stone, you, the sea, the
That's it.
sky. It's like suddenly everything is sparkling
Mm.
with life.
Mm.
And that's the capacity of your soul to sense that sparkling light and life. And of course they will help you to feel that, or go through your life with more of this feeling of being strong and being yourself and being a lovely person that loves people and people loves you. It's like there is so much to gain in this contact, and the spiritual world helps you all the time.
Yes. They're always giving you hints and redirecting you to your soul purpose, to,
Yes.
what your soul chose to experience in this life. It's so important. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm. And the soul's journey through the past lives, how does the soul's journey through past lives shape our present life? And what role does our ancestral lineage play? That's big. Mm.
It's it's quite big, yes. So let's start here in
How
a.
does the soul's
So
journey
what
through past lives?
what
Yeah.
I normally when I work with ancestors and our lineage,
Mm.
then it's like the journey of your genes. It's
Yeah.
like the DNA journey. When we work with your soul, it's like the travel of your soul in past lives. So it's a soul travel. So have the soul travel, that's your divine, everlasting, divine part of you.
Sure.
And your lineage is the DNA travel throughout your whole
Lineage.
ancestor line of
Generational.
family, generation after generation, from the time of the start of nearly every life on earth.
Yes.
So you have those genes within you. And what's very interesting here is sometimes your soul is incarnated within your lineage.
Mm.
And that means that some of the genes that you carry within your body is formed and shaped by your soul maybe 500 years ago, maybe 100 years ago. And what's interesting is in that part, your body, your genes, and your soul has been working together.
Yes.
So many times. I call it cross lives. Right now, you have a cross life
Yeah.
because your soul is connected with your physical body in a family line, in
Yes.
a lineage line.
Mm.
So right now, you are living cross life, and then you will die. We all do.
Yes.
And then your soul will probably have some other, things to do,
Mhm.
places to stay,
Yeah.
experiences to
Experiences.
have.
That's right.
And maybe, it will return to your lineage in 100 years.
Yes.
So in that way, our genes comes from our DNA, and our DNA is shaped through evolution with our life on earth as human beings.
Mhm.
But our soul has been, you know, coming in and out of that,
Mm. And gaining experience from
gaining
all of
experience.
those past lives. And I
Yes,
really believe that those past lives have been preparing us, shaping
yes,
us for
yes,
the life that we awaken. The
yes,
life where we awaken and we complete our divine mission that
yes,
maybe we started 100 lives ago, but we couldn't
exactly.
complete it then because we didn't have the experience that we have in this life the awakening life, the divine mission life.
Yes. It's like when I work in this way, it's like, okay, how can I recognize my soul within my lineage? It's like I ask for, okay, which of my ancestors and your ancestors are actually also my soul, my incarnations, my past lives.
That's
So
right.
it's like I ask for, okay, please enter. It's like you have a road, a light. I see it as a light where I ask, okay, which of those past lives within my lineage is actually helping me to cope with my life right now? Because I know this life I work with the spiritual contact and to build bridges between the life we have right now and the divine. It's like all the science stuff, all the medical traditional medicine stuff and the spiritual stuff.
Yes.
But I can sense so many past shaman medicine men
Yes.
and wise women
That
and
preparing you.
witches
That's
behind
right.
me, which
Yes.
also are my own soul.
That's
So
right.
my soul has actually tried to, prepare myself for
Yes.
now.
That's right.
So I stand on the shoulders of
Oh,
both
yes.
my lineage, but also my past lives.
That's right. Because we've been everything. We've
Yes,
been everything. We've experienced everything. We've experienced the high and the low. We've experienced the feminine body and the masculine body. We've been
yes, we
the
have.
rich and we've been the beggar. We've been the murderer and we've been the murdered. We have
Yes,
experienced it all.
we
As
have. We have to witness it all to start to transform the world,
yes,
to change the world.
so that we can become awakened in this life. I
Yes,
think this one is so important. We chose to be here at this time with all this going on, the awakening, so that we can heal ourselves and awaken ourselves and then be of service to humanity.
yes. It's a big for me. It's like a big service. It's like, okay, your own healing process will also somehow help others to heal.
Yes,
And to be aware of that you're so much more than what you normally think about yourself. Not like, oh, I'm so big and I'm so great and no, everybody of us is divine.
yes,
But
we're
we
all
are so
divine.
much more than our thoughts normally
Yeah,
tell us,
yeah.
and so much more than the society.
Tells us we're sinners, and
Yes,
and we're not divine. We are sparks of divine. We're children of God. We're part of the goddess.
yes,
We are divine, and I think this a great awakening time is showing us to use our divinity to give that out to others, because that's like all of the yogis before, like 100 or 200 years ago. They just used to go into their caves and meditate for 50 years and not go out there in the world.
yeah,
But now we do our healing, we awaken, and now we don't have to go in the cave because we're giving it out to the world, because the world
yeah.
needs it. It needs
And
our
it's actually a bit more demanding to keep that inner peace
yes
and keep that
in the world.
contact with your soul in a world that's,
Yeah.
a
They
living
call it,
world with.
yeah, Marcia, they call it being a householder yogini. That's what they call it.
Yes,
And they say that it's the most challenging path because,
yes,
you've got all the children taking you into the thinking, taking you into the 3D. So you can't sit there going, and having that. You can have moments of that during your day. But, it is, it's very challenging.
yeah. But again, if you're connected with your soul, it's natural. So
Natural.
you will not sit in the Om. Actually, the meditation is more like a training to show you the state that you have to have every time, so every day.
That's right.
So it's like meditation is a training to help you to keep that mindful state within yourself in your living life.
That's right. And to bring that peaceful, balanced state into
Yes,
every thought, feeling, word, and action. That's what the Buddhist says, to be mindful in everything you do, think,
exactly.
feeling, and say. To
Yeah,
be in the moment with
yes. And
everything.
and and I like to more call it soulful.
Soulful, yeah, to be soulful in that moment.
Because mindful in our society, mind is brain.
Yeah, that's right. It's not soul. It's not soul.
No. And that's sometimes it's like, oh, the soul, is that a consciousness? And I'm so, oh yes it is, but it's not the consciousness that we normally think like consciousness and mind. Is like, it's something else.
It
So
is.
soulful is very good.
It's a
To
better
be
word to
soulful
use.
in everything.
Yes.
To in the Western world, it's soulful is better than mindful. But I think in the Eastern world, they have understand the depth in this mindful.
Yes.
It's not like a mental thing. It's more like a being.
Yes. That's right.
And it's like our soul is a being. It's
Yeah.
like I love that. It's like a being is being. It's like we are a being that's being.
And we're not a human doing.
No.
We're a human being.
Yes. So it's like we are connected. Please remember. Yes.
That's right. And it's not to find yourself. We are creating a self, and we are remembering who we truly are.
Yeah.
Before we was born, when we forgot.
Yeah.
And
that's why the spirit world helps us.
Yeah.
And that's why people actually have a lot of spiritual experiences that they don't really notice or value. So opening up for those small spiritual experiences that we have every day, that could be gratefulness. That could be something that goes really smooth. It's like, okay, thank you very much.
There could be a butterfly touching your cheek. Anything. Yes. It's a beautiful moment.
If you feel it's something more than just something that happens, just really thank you and be grateful, because they try all the time to help you to be your soul.
That's right. And it's like Mother Nature. Nature is our church. Nature is natural. Natural is spiritual. It's all around us all the time. God is nature, the divine, the angel, a spirit guides. They speak to us through the natural world because it's all one.
Yes. Yes, it is. And what's also I've been thinking a lot about it, because many times when I guide contact to the presence of God or Jesus, it's like in the church. And also we are used to having this church room where we can go into prayer and sense the divine and the sacredness. And it's right, it's good. But in the old times, it was nature.
Yes.
It was the presence of nature.
And Jesus didn't
around
have a church.
The little bonfire, and it was everywhere.
And Jesus didn't have a church.
No.
He had a ministry, and he went out and talked in nature.
Yes. So it's our ancestors was used to having the contact with the spirit world through nature, with nature and within nature. So in that way, one of the other things you can do to get into this contact with your soul and the spirit world is having this, again, awareness when you walk in nature or sit quiet in nature. It's like when you sit there, your sensory system that's so old, that's normally connected with the spiritual world and the nature world as one, because our ancestors had that connection.
Yes.
They sensed it very clearly, and it's within your genes. It's your birthright within your genes to have this contact with the spirit world through nature.
Yeah.
So you can use nature, you can use of course, some also use music to relax and open up. If you listen to music that helps you to relax or helps you to feel the beauty of something, when you open up for beauty, it's much easier for the divine or the spirit world to reach you, because then your sensory system is relaxed, your body is relaxed, and it's open for love.
Yeah,
and they come to love. So you can use music, you can use meditations, you can use the contact to nature.
Mm.
You can, if you are a creative person, you like to paint or you like to do something with your hands. When you sit there and everything quiets within you because you are so connected with what you do, then the spirit world can come.
Yeah.
Because the, all the, the noises and the disturbance that normally are disturbing you is gone. And when it's gone, it's much easier for you to feel your soul and the connection to the spirit world. And that's why meditation helps, or it helps to do something that you are so connected with that every other thing is somehow leaving your system for, disturbing thoughts and emotions. It's like when you have that clarity or that quietness or calmness,
Yeah.
and you can sense the presence of the spirit world very clearly. So that's why meditation is quite good, but you can do many different things to get in contact with soul and the spirit world.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And what is soul retrieval, and how may we integrate more of our soul essence, soul retrieval? Tell us about that.
I see soul retrieval as part of our soul that's not really landed or have been, pushed out. When we are, there's different way of gaining your soul again. So if you have a trauma, it could be childhood trauma, it could be past lives, it could also be trauma actually within your lineage.
Lineage, yes.
Yes.
That
So you
hasn't
keep
been
the
processed
trauma.
by, it wasn't processed or healed by them,
Yes.
and then it comes down
So
to
it
us.
it comes down to you, and it's really difficult for you to resolve trauma that's not yours, but you're affected by it.
Yeah.
So that's what I work with. When I work right now, there is a part of this big awakening that the world experiences right now is also that the ancestors really, really wants to help us and take responsibility for their own trauma and actions and uh, wrongdoings. So we don't have to do it again and again and again.
That's right.
So what's good about healing with the ancestors is that they can heal each other,
Yes,
but
they can heal
they
themselves through
need
that.
a living human being that connected with the physical realm and connected to the trauma. And when you're ready to solve this trauma in this realm and you ask for the help, they can come and heal. They can heal you and they can heal them and they can heal humanity. So that's a very good one. And when they do that, the soul retrieval, the soul that wasn't possible, your soul is just flying around waiting to be ready, a part of your soul, because you're a living person, so a living being, so you have a lot of soul already, but more of your soul can come in as the body starts to relax, your nervous system calms down, then you open yourself for more of your soul instead of closing yourself down in trauma and anger. So when you heal up for the ancestor stuff, then you can get more contact to your soul. And the same if you heal off of trauma from past lives or trauma from this life. So the trauma part is a very, very important part of healing up and gaining more contact to your soul, because the soul is not working very well in something tensed and alarm, but it works very good when you're relaxed, and it will help you to keep your balance and be even more calm and more strong, have your own power.
Yeah.
And what's also important to think about as soul retrieval is when you develop yourself, you have a new skill. You could be ready to, take a new job where you should lead people, or you can open up for spirituality and start to work as a healer or train your healing skills. And that means that a part of your soul that you haven't been using or you haven't had contact to, it's more like a positive potential that you haven't used yet. But when you open yourself for that development, then your soul can come and help you. So in that way, it's not only trauma. You have to deal with trauma to get more soul. You can actually also develop yourself and go into new directions in your life. Normally, it's like when it's a calling for you to develop something new, it's also because the soul is ready. You are ready to go into contact and oneness with that part of your soul that has this potential.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
it's like, I normally describe it as an airplane waiting for permission to land on the
I love
landing.
that. I love
So
that.
it's, so
I
it's
think
not only hard work, it's also developing and
yeah,
just receiving your true potential.
because you know, through our life and past lives, you know, we could have had much trauma and suffering and wounding. We could have had much been wounded by our experiences. And I think that sort of releases a part of our soul through that
Yes, it
trauma,
does.
through
It
that
does.
wounding. And that's why we're, you know, for me, I think Mother Nature called me to her. And that's when I really sort of like brought those parts of my soul
Yeah.
back to the oneness, back to the healing, back to the balance, back home. Back
Yes,
home. You're
back home.
calling
Yeah.
them parts of your soul back home, you know, and
Yeah.
that's when, you know, the healing takes place, because that's just, it's so profound, isn't it?
Yes, it is really profound. Really profound. And I really think that's why we are here right now.
Yeah.
Because there is so much need for this. We as a human race we have to change now
Yeah.
because the way we have been living our lives for the past many hundred years is not really in balance with the earth. But earlier it was balanced. So we can come back to that balance, but at earlier parts of our ancestors' life, they had this connection with the soul and nature. And they were home within themselves and in nature.
Mhm.
So we have to come back to that feeling, but in another newer version, an upgraded version.
Yes, upgraded.
And that's what I feel is the assignment for many light workers and people today.
Yes, so
And
do I.
and and what actually is when we have trauma, I see it as some trauma. When you have a trauma, the body is locked, the muscle is locked it's like it saves a emotion or experience that couldn't be healed at
Mhm.
the time.
Yes.
So it's locked. And that could be some of the soul is locked within the tension or but it could also be that the soul is like dissociated out of the body. So in that way, we have a lot of soul that's locked very deep within a trauma blockage, but it could also be that it actually was pushed out. So
Hmm.
when you heal the trauma, it opens for the soul within,
Hmm.
or it opens for the soul to enter again. And in that way, even if it's one or the other,
Hmm.
it's still really important to work with the trauma. The trauma from past life, the trauma from our lineage, and the trauma from our present life.
Yeah,
Because all the traumas are linked. So if you work with one of them, it will heal some of the other ones.
that's
But
right.
you will always feel which direction would be the best for you to go because the body wants to heal.
Yeah.
The mind wants to heal, the emotion wants to heal, and the soul is healed. There
Yeah.
is the soul has no trauma.
No.
It has
Soul
life.
is the healer, the higher self.
Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
healer. Yeah.
When you're connected with the soul, there's a very great self-healing potential there
Yeah.
because there's love.
Yeah.
And love is the big healer.
That's right. And you know, that's why we are all healers. We can all heal ourselves, and we can all connect to our soul and to our spirit guides and our angels and our ancestors.
Yes,
You know,
definitely.
and we need to do that in this life now. We need to do it more than we ever have tried to do it before, I think. But in your book, Your Soul, Your Life, you mention the nervous system as a key to soul-body connection. How does that work? How is the nervous, just for the ending part, how is the nervous system connected? Because the nervous system is also like connected to the energy system, is it not?
Yeah, the nervous system is, our nervous system is connected to the brain, but it's also connected to the body, and it's connected to our unconsciousness. So we have a lot of information from the surroundings and within ourselves from our nervous system. So our nervous system is designed to keep us safe.
Yes.
And it's designed to feel the surroundings and sense the surroundings and sense what happens in other people. And again, as part of our nervous system senses emotions and consciousness. And in that way, the spirit world doesn't have a physical body, but it has emotions, and they have consciousness, and they have an intention of healing and helping and loving and giving advice. So your nervous system somehow connects with this feeling of love from the healing energy or from the spirit world. So when you use your sensory system to sense that, when you go into a room, you can sense, is it a pleasant room or is it not? Or you go around, it could be in nature. Is this a lovely place in nature or is it not that lovely? So our sensory system is designed for that. And in that way, when your sensory system senses the spirit world, then you can connect with it. It's like a radar that sends it's like giving you informations, and the information enters your body. So when you mirror your soul, you becomes your soul.
Yeah.
When you mirror the spirit world and the divine, you becomes the divine, and you sense the love from the spirit world. So in that way, your sensory system is where your physical realm and your divine realm can connect with each other, like the soul can connect with the divine and the physical body. So it's like there's this really, really good cooperation between the sensory system, the divine, the body, and again, the body, the soul, and the divine.
Yeah.
So it's so natural. We are born. We have been doing this for millions of years.
But I think that we lost that connection, that contact, humanity. And also I think that I've got to say, some strict religions saying you cannot go to God, you cannot speak to God, you can't speak to the divine unless it's through a priest, unless it's through our church, which I think has done a lot of harm, because we are divine and we can reach that divinity within and within nature anytime we wish, and we can connect to our spirit guides and our angels anytime we wish, anytime we ask for their help and can. That's beautiful.
Yes, and what's very good to remember is actually that feeling calm, feeling safe, feeling loved open even more for this contact. And then it gets self empowerment in that. So it's like, again, a very positive loop that gets, you have the contact, you feel loved, you feel even more loved, you have even better contact. And it will help you to, heal you, so you can have a more open heart, and you can, take care of yourself, and you can take care of your relationships on a better way, because you are not drained, your emotional energy is not, totally gone. It's like you can get help to have more of your life force within.
And what is the soul? The soul is our true divine self.
Yes.
And that's when we relate from the soul heart, to others, then this is a gift, because you're giving of your true self, your true divine self, to your loved ones, to humanity. You're giving of and that is the only thing that we have to give, to truly give.
Yes.
Which is so important.
Yes, it is really important. But what's also important is when you act from that place within yourself.
Yes.
It invites the other ones to do the same.
That's right.
So
And
when you act from a closeness within, when you have a closed heart or you have a strict mindset or you're angry, then you sadly invite the other ones to respond on that.
in the same way back to you.
Yes.
That's correct.
So this change of where you act from will also invite the other ones to change where they act from.
And also when you're coming from that soul heart, beautiful, divine, authentic, true self place, then your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions will be of more righteousness, will be more positive, more loving, more sacred. And you won't be causing any more karma for you. You know, you'll be healing yourself, and you won't be passing on that unhealed baggage onto your next generations of your children.
No, you will stop that. Yes, that's right. You will stop that very much. And what's, as I really feel that we have this cross line somehow in this time of our lives or in the world right now, where it's like, will you continue to go that path, or should we actually change now? And it's changing time.
It is.
It's definitely changing time. And that means the more people that change or to have another way of, being more in the divine part. It's not the same as everything is love, and we cannot say, yes, it is, but sometimes no is the most loving thing we can say or do. So it's like, it's not like everything is accepted in a way. No, cruelty and misbehave is not accepted. But we have to go behind that and find out, why is that the action that is there? We have to heal up the deeper level of wounds within humanity.
Yes, within the world, because the world has a lot of evil in it, and we cannot build the new on the darkness. We have to expose that. It has to come out. We have to release it, the wound. You know, we have to.
It's more like, I see it as a healing process.
Rumi said, the wound is where the light enters.
Yes. So it's like, right now, I see the world in a big healing process, where old wounds is breaking up to heal. And how we deal with that healing process is very, very important, because we can continue as we have done for many centuries, or we can actually start to change it even more. And I really feel that we are starting to change. The younger generation has so much light, and they really, really see how much damage the older generations have done.
Yes.
And they have another possibility to be connected because of the internet, because of this more information coming around. And of course, there's also a lot of misinformation and everything like that. But it's much more easy to travel around the world and talk to other people from other cultures.
That's right.
Other youngsters that feel suppressed or feel fear for their lives or some. So there are so many possibilities to connect that we didn't have earlier.
That's right. And so many ways to heal now.
Yes.
You know, there's many therapists, there's many books, there's many courses, you know, to do that. So, yeah.
And there is a much better understanding about how the early lives affect our life after that. And there was a lot of focus about, okay, how can this child grow up as a whole human being in the best possible way? Even though it's not like that everywhere, it's still it's clear that some kind of movement within that feeling of how important it is that everybody can express themselves from the best part of them, and how can we support the development of humans that actually are happy.
Yes, that's right. That's beautiful. Wow. It's gorgeous. Yes, definitely. Oh, Marzcia. And so this is part 1.
Yes.
And we're going to next week do part 2, where you're going to help us contact and connect with our soul and our spirit guides. You're going to take us through a guided meditation, and we will have a little, recoup on what we said in this video, but it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And I can't wait for it. But first of all, I'd just like to, where can we read your book, Your Soul, Your Life?
Yeah, it's available from all online bookstores like Amazon, and you could also just go to your bookstore and ask for it. They can order it home if they don't have it already. So it's all around the world, and it's just waiting for you. It's a self-healing book with a lot of the things that we have been talking about today is actually also things that I'm talking about in the book or writing about in the book. So and there's a lot of healing meditation on both ancestral healing work and inner child healing work and just healing work.
Lovely, lovely, wonderful. Marzcia, thank you so much for your divine wisdom, for teaching us how to connect with our spirit guides and angels, because it's so needed in this world today, and how to connect with our own soul to give us peace and balance and harmony. So thank you. Thank you for being on the Great Awakening Show.
Thank you very much for having me. It's such a pleasure. I'm so grateful. So thank you very much.
Lovely. Oh, honestly, I could sit...